I love nudity. I love those kind of things. And of course, like, as always, it needs to be like kind of like how you do it also. Like, you're very careful with the aesthetics of the things. It can, if it looks cheap, it becomes something cheap. And you know, I was very aware I wanted something very, very beautiful. Right, starting with the casting, finding the actress was already, I got super lucky, super lucky, because I got to work with a wonderful actress that is Katrina.
Yeah, I saw the previous podcast.
Yes.
I did my
your homework. Okay.
research. Yeah.
Okay. She was phenomenal, but it's not like I had 20 people to choose, and that's why I feel so lucky, because she's starting her career. It's not like she has been doing this forever, because she's very young, and I couldn't. I got very lucky that she was so good. Like, and I knew it right straight from before shooting the movie. We made a little short film to get to know each other. It was the same story. I was basically doing like a proof of concept to get the money to make the movie. But the first day we read, she was already very good, and I was like, wow, like that. I felt very, very lucky, because when I was looking for people, I asked some friends that knew some actresses, and then point me at certain people. And I have a casting agent, and he was like, she would never do that. Like, there was literally, apparently, a girl that literally when my casting agent asked her, she literally gave him the finger. And I was like, you can't just say no. Why you gotta be so mean? So yeah, it was a challenge in that sense. But what I'm happy is that we were able to put it together. I can't wait to show it. I would love that if we would be, if you would have seen it already. We're gonna show you at some moment the trailer, so that you have a little bit of idea of what I do. But yeah, like, it was a challenge, because I feel culturally it's a little bit still like, how have you dealt with it locally?
Honestly, I don't care. But
Okay.
it took me a long time to get to that point.
Okay.
But for me, it's all about the intention. And for me, nudity and bodies, it's not about like sex and like, as I say, human's body is as beautiful as a sunset that you just go and watch and you're like, wow, wow, that is beautiful.
I agree.
And that is how I approach it, and how and why I do it. I don't, like, when I see a naked man or a woman, whatever, I don't think about like sex instantly. It's not like, yes, that's it. I look at at the body lines, at the shadows, at like a lot of things, and yeah.
And why did you start it in it? Like, you always had like that kind of like
I don't even know how it happened.
Okay.
I used to hate my body.
Okay.
Like, probably up until I was, I don't know, 23.
Okay.
What I am now, 29.
Wow. Okay. Why did you hate it?
I didn't like it. I felt like I'm like too muscular. I used to hate my breasts just because men stared at them, women stared at them. And it was since I was 13 years old. So it's a lot of attention. And when you have big breasts, it doesn't matter what you're wearing. It's like, she has breasts.
They're gonna check out. Ah, okay, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I used to hide them, like, and also because I am a dancer, I don't have a dancer type of body.
Okay.
And a lot of dancers dance in like bikini tops, etc. I can't do that. Like, I physically can't, because my boobs will fly out.
Okay.
And that gave more of the feeling that, like, I don't know, like something's wrong, because I can't do the things that others are doing.
Okay.
Yeah, and like, I've always been muscular, and I have like tiny hips, and I hated it. I was like, ugh, I'm ugly.
Okay.
And then somehow I started to think that the problem, like with men staring at me or women looking at my breasts and being like judgy, I was like, it's not the problem isn't my breasts, it's them. It's like, the things that are happening in their head. It's their
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
And I just kind of reprogrammed my brain, but it took a lot of time to do that and to actually love my body, like all of it. It doesn't mean that I think that I'm the most beautiful person in the world. It just means that I love and accept it. And it's such a strange thing because as a dancer, it's so weird not to love your body because I can do so many crazy things.
Yep.
I can flip and trick, and I have had one injury, but it's still, I've been dancing for like, I don't even know how many years, like 18, and I've had one injury.
Yep.
And it's because of my body, because it does everything so good. And I was like, how can I hate it?
Yeah.
When it's carrying me through this world, how can I hate it? And then like just taking pictures also came from dance because we had to do photo shoots for dance.
Okay.
And somehow I don't know, I caught that like I like it and I'm good at it, and photographers caught it, and then somehow, I don't know.
Good, because you do some very cool stuff.
Thank you.
One question: do you think something changed? Why did it change that suddenly? Was there like a moment that you were like, oh, now I like this? It wasn't like a photo shoot or a special dance.
No, it was like a tiny
Little
bits,
by little.
little by little, yeah. Okay. And yeah, now I can't imagine myself thinking differently. And what is, I wanted to say weird, but it's actually not weird, but it's interesting that, you know how we say that whatever you're thinking about, that like comes your way?
Yeah.
So when I used to hate my body and when I used to be ashamed of my breasts and hide myself, there were a lot of men like staring, saying inappropriate things. Women were like judgy and like,
Okay.
a lot of people. Even when I was just not even like in clubs or whatever, just like walking down the street.
Okay.
Since I changed my mindset about it, there are no people like that.
Okay.
They just disappeared.
Okay. That's
into the
good.
void.
Okay. Good. But
Yeah.
that's good. That's good.
It is.
No, but I do feel that, when something changes in us, I don't know if we don't pay attention to what's happening outside.
It's also that there's
a
some
little
truth
bit,
in
yeah.
that, but it just changes like.
Well, also, if
perspective.
you look more confident, people tend to like, I'm not going to fuck with this girl because I'm going to get punched in the face.
But also.
I love how you said that being muscular is like a bad thing.
used
It's
to think
ridiculous.
that.
It's absurd. But no, I can see it. I can see somebody.
Because I felt that I'm not like feminine enough.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying that. I can see where it comes from.
Yeah, but also both my like being muscular and like femininity. People always ask me like, don't you have like a lot of haters like DMing you like bad things? Well, actually no, like not at all. And most DMs that I receive are either from men or women that are saying that, oh, that's so amazing what you're doing, you get me inspired. Like women are reaching out and saying like, you're making me feel more comfortable in my body, like it's amazing. And I'm like, wow, if I can give that from my story and from what I'm doing, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Because it's a big problem.
It is.
For people, not only women.
No, and I feel here is a big problem.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that what you're saying, there's a problem that I run into a lot of the times here, that I have met like, I come from Latin America, so Eastern European girls, Latvian girls look gorgeous for me. Like, it's just, I can't get enough, yeah? But they don't understand how pretty they are. It's crazy. I have seen so many faces botched because people do whatever. And I'm like, just leave. And and any girl who would meet me, I have tell them, leave your face alone. Don't do anything. Because I just find them so pretty. But there is this kind of, and it's weird because it's particular to the place, because, where I come from, there's also very beautiful women. But I don't know, they feel a little bit, there's a value on being pretty. I feel here, if you are pretty or you feel good about yourself, it's kind of like, not a good thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So that makes people or girls a lot of the times like take terrible decisions. So I love when you say it, because if you're gonna, as you said, if you're gonna inspire somebody to feel comfortable in their own skin, that's a win that we need, and we need urgently.
Yeah, and that's another thing that, like, as I said, I used to like hate my body, and when I accepted it, when I started to love it, I was like I never want to do like any like Botox. Like, people can do whatever makes them happy. I'm not like, if you're happy, do it.
Yeah.
But I'm so for people like embracing their looks.
Yep.
And I understand them being kind of afraid of like not having hips or not having big breasts or not having, I don't know, big lips. But you can, like, you're made the way you are, and you're supposed to be the way you are and embrace the things that you have. Like, even with my hair, I used to have straight hair, like they weren't straight, like I used to straighten them like
every day. Yeah.
Every day, like, also since till I was like 22.
Okay.
I have curly, this is my natural hair.
Okay.
And I used to like just, and now I'm looking at like old videos, and they even weren't that straight, because you can't have this.
Yes,
It's not gonna hold for long.
Yeah.
But in my head, I had this idea that like to be pretty or to be something, you have to have like straight hair and like.
Yeah.
What is this?
I got you.